Today on Pro Church Daily, we're talking about how to 5X your pastoral care ministry.
Well, hey there, and welcome to Pro Church Daily, the show where in 10 minutes or less, you'll get your daily dose of tips and tactics to help your church share the message of Jesus while we navigate the biggest communication shift in the last 500 years. I'm your host, Alex Mills, joined as always by the boss man, Brady Shearer, and today we're going to talk about how to 5 times your pastoral care ministry using Facebook Messenger.
This was something that really piqued my interest on a recent episode of Pro Church Daily, Alex, where you, almost as an aside, brought up how you, as an ordained minister, as a pastor, have been using Facebook Messenger to do a significant amount of pastoral care, maybe even more than you're doing in person. So I want to pass this over to you and hear about your experience doing this with Facebook Messenger.
Sure. I don't know about anyone listening to the show, but personally, I have a hard time on Sunday morning sometimes because it's such a busy time. There's so much going on.
Especially in a smaller church like yours. Give some context to your church.
Yeah, it's like, sometimes I'm the one who has to brew the coffee and set up the cafe in the morning. I'm also leading worship. Sometimes I lead worship and preach on the same morning. So it's just a really busy time and trying to take steps towards minimizing that busyness. But sometimes that's just the reality of our churches. And so when it comes to pastoral care, for actually caring for the people that we're leading in our church, sometimes I get a little bit frustrated or discouraged because I feel like I don't have much time personally as a pastor to connect with people on Sunday morning. And I think that's just generally the case because Sunday morning there's not always that opportunity. Some churches have 2, 3, 4 services. There's not a whole lot of time to have, sit down and talk about what's going on in somebody's life. And of course, there are opportunities to do that, but it's just not always the best time. And so we recently have been really increasing our engagement on Facebook and had some good traction with our church Facebook page. And I've noticed, and I run our church Facebook page, another one of the hats that I wear, but I've noticed that ever since we became more present online, it's opened a completely new avenue for me as a pastor to do pastoral care over the internet, which is something I had never thought of, something we didn't start engaging on Facebook more with that goal, but it just kind of organically happened. Not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, I got a Facebook message from a woman in our church. She says, "Hey, Pastor Alexander, will you look up James chapter 5, verse 4 in your Bible and tell me what it says? I'm just struggling with this." And we went back and forth for a whole afternoon just helping work through this scripture. And it's just not something you have the opportunity to do on a Sunday morning. And sometimes you can't really, sometimes churches don't have midweek services or midweek events. And so pastoral care in the age of 2018, when life is just so busy, can be hard, even for full-time pastors. Sometimes you just don't have a whole afternoon to devote to exegeting scripture. But with Facebook, I do, because I can squeeze it in between what I'm doing at work, what I'm doing at home, this and that. And I've found that it's just opened new doors for us. I got a message actually here at the office last week from one of our customers. He's one of our friends online, and he sent me this message, and he said, "Hey, Alex, I just have to tell you this. I'm having a rather deep discussion with a guy on Facebook about his depression and his spiritual attack. He's legit looking for answers. He's interfacing with our church account and responded to a video we made. This wouldn't be happening if it weren't for you guys at Pro Church Tools. So hey, thanks so much." So I went to his Facebook page, and I saw where this guy, he's a pastor, and they were doing a live video. It's every week they do Ask the Pastor. So they do a 10-minute live video. Anyone can type in a question.
Great idea, by the way.
Yeah, super good idea. And this guy just comments, says, "Hey, I need some help." That was it. And so this pastor reached out and said, "Hey, man, what's going on?" I'm not even sure if he's a part of their faith community, but there was an open door there, and this pastor was able to walk him through some really dark stuff over the internet. And it got me thinking, I see it. Your presence on Facebook as a church, I see it as, especially for us, I see it as a porch light. And so what I mean by that is if your front light on your house is off at night, it's not very welcoming. People may not, and I think about Halloween,
the first thing I thought about was Halloween.
The Christians turn off the light so the kids don't come to the door, right?
Well, thank God, we're trying to protect them.
So it's not inviting. But with Facebook, when you have a consistent presence, when you're posting every day, just post something every single day. That's just a way to keep your porch light on and to let people know there's somebody here. There's somebody behind this Facebook page. This is not a bot. These are real people. We're posting photos of real people, testimonies of real people. These are real people here. And if you post every day, you keep your porch light on. So when somebody needs a hand, when somebody needs help, they know that you're home and know that you're willing to talk. And so
you're handing out candy.
Yeah.
Spiritual candy.
Yeah, exactly. So Facebook has been an incredible tool for us. It's free. So there's that. And I think if we could all turn our porch lights on, churches, if we could just be consistent with our our presence on Facebook, let people know that we're there, we have 167 other hours, like we like to say here, where pastoral care can continue, essentially never stop, and we can be there for our people when they need us.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth, which was like, what better example do we have for seizing the 167?
Yeah.
Sunday morning, like you said, so busy. There's so much going on. Maybe you're in the green room if you're at a bigger church with multiple services. Maybe you've got so much to consider. If you're at our average size church of 200 or less, you can only dive deep into a conversation with one person. I think we've all been there where that one person is kind of hogging your time on a Sunday, not even out in a bad way, but you just can only spread yourself so much in that 1 hour gathering. You start leveraging the other 167 hours, and you can 5x your pastoral care. Heck, get a couple of people into that.
Yeah.
You got 10x, 20x, whatever it might be. And Facebook wants you to use Facebook Messenger.
Exactly.
They have a way that you can embed the Facebook Messenger icon directly onto your website. So you can have live chat directly on your website powered by Facebook Messenger. Oh, hey, it's free.
Amazing.
Yeah. And you can make sure that the Facebook Messenger, when someone visits your Facebook page, facebook.com/mychurch, the Facebook Messenger can automatically pop up and it can say, hey, can we help you with anything? You can make sure that you respond in a timely manner. And so your Facebook Messenger will give you an automated kind of response time that people can expect. And if they see that response time is high, an hour or less,
for sure,
I'm likely to hit that because I know I'm going to get a response real soon.
Yeah.
All of this can happen in a free application. Seize the 167 and reach people, care for people in a pastoral way that you might just not have time for, have the bandwidth for on a Sunday.
Yeah, and just like we talked about in yesterday's episode about this new algorithm that Facebook has kind of put into play, it seems like their value systems kind of align with the churches, where Mark at the cost of losing money and losing users and losing their time on Facebook is saying, yeah, our users are probably going to spend less time on Facebook, but their time on Facebook is going to be in community.
Yes,
and this is what we want, and this is what the church wants. So let's lean into it and use the tools that Facebook gives us.
Zuckerberg spent a huge chunk of 2017 traveling to churches and nonprofits and organizations, meeting with them. What's it like to be a part of a vibrant community that cares for one another? And how can we replicate that with a digital tool that has the audience already, like Facebook? And they have, we know a bunch of them individually, representatives at Facebook that were hired out of churches to be a part of what they're trying to build there. It's the free tool that we can leverage if we're just willing to put the work in.
Yeah.
That'll do it for this episode of Pro Church Daily. Before we head out, we wanted to tell you about StoryTape.com. Alex and I, and Tristan, and Brandon, the four of us, are heading to Los Angeles.
We are.
The final week of January, because we're doing a big shoot in SoCal. Excited to get a bunch of footage into StoryTape that we don't have yet. We're talking West Coast. We're talking, the type of architecture that maybe we don't have in northern parts of the continent, like in Canada. And StoryTape.com is our unlimited stock video site, where soon we're going to have West Coast footage, more of it. We've already got some.
Nice.
If you head to StoryTape.com, you can download as many videos as you want, as many video clips as you want. We've already got more right now. 6,500, I think we've got more than, and we're adding more than 1,000 new clips at least every single month to make sure that you always have fresh content, to create videos, to populate your social platforms, to create sermon bumpers, B-roll for your story videos and for video announcements. We've seen a bunch of countdown videos that were created that looked really cool. There's really no end to what you can do with this footage. There's so much different stuff, and we want to give you a special offer, Pro Church Daily listener or viewer. If you go to StoryTape.com, sign up for StoryTape Unlimited. Make sure when you're checking out, enter the coupon code DAILY. We'll give you 10% off your subscription forever, and we'll also give you, as a free bonus, 25 proven video templates made within After Effects to help you create videos faster, quicker, and with just beautiful designs. StoryTape.com is the place to do that. Thanks for watching this episode of Pro Church Daily. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for watching today's episode of Pro Church Daily. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel for new videos like this one every single day.
And if you like this video, it would mean the world to us if you give it a thumbs up.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.